We begin tonight with a boat fire overnight in Flower Bluff. The boat was on a trailer at the time. It's tonight's top story.
Yeah, this video coming into us from the District 2 Fire Department in the Bluff, showing the boat fully engulfed in flames. The emergency call came in just before 3 a.m. It's on NAS Drive. Firefighters were able to put down the flames in about 15 minutes. Cause of that fire still being investigated. The owner of the boat told fire crews the vessel had not been used in a while.
The boat's been parked here. It hasn't been touched in 2 years, according to the owner.
An arson investigator was called to check out the scene, but again, the official word is that the cause of the blaze is still under investigation.
Meanwhile,